let us play some Silent. Hello, goodbye. Hello again. Choose. Choose a random rare relic to start. Always a very tempting start. A lot of characters that can really benefit from that. Especially when you're fighting Slime Boss, because there are more rare relics that are good against Slime Boss than there are rare relics good against the other bosses. Let's do it. Ice Cream. Energy is conserved between turns is our starting relic. There is definitely some utility to this. Some very interesting utility to this. If we choose not to play all of our cards, we might be able to store some energy for a future turn. And that could pan out very well indeed. Although it's very often incorrect to save any energy during the early game turns. There's a lot of cards we can find that can make energy. Or utilize stored energy. X-cost cards like Skewer. Cards like Concentrate or Outmaneuver become a lot better. Here's our first opportunity to actually meaningfully save. Of course, we don't actually get to spend the energy we saved, and that's often the case with Ice Cream. Save energy, and you end up winning the fight without ever using it. If you find yourself ending the combat with 10 or more stored energy, it's a sign you're building the deck wrong from the very get-go. Man, what a choice of first 3 cards. Holy heck. I don't think I could point to 3 better cards for picking an early game direction and just getting some early value on Silent. Dang. On floor 1, I have to say Terror is almost assuredly the best of these, but all 3 of these are Silent staples in their own way. They're incredible. Terror has an energy upgrade, which is going to matter a lot more with the Ice Cream, too. So all the more reason to upgrade Terror immediately. Normally it's a problem if you draw upgraded Terror and then just, like, 2 more energy of cards you can play, but that won't be a problem with Ice Cream. Not at all. In fact, knowing that we have Terror, we now know it's correct to bank energy until the enemy is actually vulnerable. So let's save there on turn 1. Don't spend 1 damage to deal 6, when later on it's 1 energy for deal 6, rather than 1 energy now for deal 9. It's better. That said, we would have gotten a kill if I'd done it, so actually, we hosed ourselves there. Total misplay on several fronts. I got tricked by the Ice Cream, and that's why Ice Cream's terrible. It's actually secretly not nearly as good as you think it is. I hate that I'm going to take this, but we're doing it. Infinite Blades versus Slime Boss, actually pretty decent. We'll lose some health to the max health, that is, to get the Golden Idol, a money multiplier for the run. Excellent. Excellent. Slander. I think terrible is maybe not the right word for it, but Ice Cream doesn't provide immediate numeric impacts of any kind. Gives you the opportunity to make some different plays, but it doesn't produce any block nor deal any damage, and that is an issue compared to many other relics that do. Okay, turn 1 Infinite Blades against Gremlinob. We might be able to make this work. I think we can make this work. Okay, this is still fine. $16. 3 more draws. I should play 1 defend. I'm going to need the energy. Good enough. Easy. Look at this damage output. Oh, actually. Oh yeah, we're fine. Easy. Hey, and we get another calculated gamble offered to us. Or a backstab. Gamble, please. Upgraded gamble? A little bit worried about this node now. Would I recommend a playthrough of Curse of the Dead Gods? Yes, I like Curse of the Dead Gods a fair amount. Felt to me a pretty good action roguelike with similar to Hades, with the curse system making each run feel different. The enemy design was, to me, a little repetitive, and the boss fights expect you to learn how to parry and learn it well if you want to succeed. So, I guess that bit of advice going in. Learn how to parry, because you have to, if you want to get further. The Curse of the Dead Gods folks are actually releasing a new game pretty soon. What's the title of this one? Hold on, I've got this in my Discord here. Raven's Watch. Another attempt at a top-down roguelike action game from the same developers, and I'm really curious to see how that turns out. Is the only way to master Survivor by duplicating it? Yes. The only way. Alright, I'll upgrade the Calc Gamble, but I'm not sure that that's correct. Not sure we can actually fight elites here. Let's see, sentries could be trouble. Though the dexterity potion makes it not too bad. Happy Flower is definitely an improvement here. And actually, Lagavulin with ice cream is really easy. Sure, let's do it. I think we might perish here, but we'll see. We shall see. And then, yeah, I guess we'll awaken it next turn. I was worried about that. Well, heck. Thank goodness for calculated gamble, eh? And we have 12 energy banked. BT dubs. Easy. Should have played that last. Definitely. Maybe wanted to consider the Dex Potion too. Going a little too quick here. Let's slow down for a moment. Okay, this turn's straightforward. We play all 4 cards. All 4 defends, rather. The Strike and the Shiv. Still have lots of energy banked to keep up the offense. These Shivs aren't going to do very much soon. So we need to make sure we don't skip any more Strike plays. Or else. Our attacks are doing a lot less now, so we have to put a pretty swift end to this. Again, I don't think we can get away with a Calc Gamble here. I think we just need to play every single attack that we draw. So I'm okay taking a bunch this turn. Next turn we should be okay. Oh, so close. 11 more. Okay, I'm fine resting into that next fight. Certainly would have been a good fight for the Dexterity Potion. Envenom, Dagger Spray, Piercing Wail. Envenom is interesting here. But I think with the threat of Gremlinob coming up, we really have to take Dagger Spray. This will also help against 3 sentries. Very happy with the Fairy in a Bottle, as that can save us against Gremlinob when basically nothing else can. Cool. That also means we can upgrade the Dagger Spray at the rest site. Remisphere, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Please be sentries. Thank you. Okay. Then this becomes the fight for the Dexterity Potion. Definitely this one. Hey, Dagger Spray turn 1 is nice. Unfortunately, Terror's not doing anything here. We could just use it now to get rid of it, or we can try to neutralize something and then redraw the Terror and use the Terror there. But kind of iffy. Let's just throw it away. Block for 5 or strike? Definitely a fight we have to remove one from play ASAP here. So I think we should play the strike while we have it. Ultimately, all about the damage. Okay, I'm okay with these next 2 turns. Getting Infinite Blades on turn 3 is not my ideal, but it's acceptable here. And we should be able to kill the back sentry before it hits us again. I'm still concerned we might need to use the Fairy here. It's only going to take 1 bad draw to do us in. Ooh, that's 1 good draw. So we have to play Infinite Blade, Strike, Strike to guarantee that this sentry dies next turn. Which means we take 2 more. Okay. Hey. Now we draw Dagger Spray. Chunk everybody for some more damage. Maybe we can kill the middle one next turn if we're lucky. Any attack draw will do it, but there's only... actually, has to draw 1 of the 2 strikes. Pretty unlikely, unfortunately. Odds are not looking good here. Odds look better if we just calculated gamble everything, including the Shiv. So we're more likely to get blocks. Perfect. It kills this one. Next turn, we guarantee draw a full block. I think we've made it, Twitch chat. Looks like we have. Excellent. I can even guaranteed wait 1 turn because we guaranteed get a 4 damage Shiv next turn. So set Happy Flower to 2. Meaning we get energy on the first turn of the next fight. We also get a meal ticket, healing us should we enter a store. Healing us if we go to a store. Seems good to me. The Strength Potion is also, I think, basically all we're going to need to get through Slime Boss. If we play the fight right, we might even be able to keep the Fairy in a Bottle. Plus, we've got a store to spend money at here. Does Fairy heal more with Toy Ornithopter? No, actually. The potion is never used. Oddly enough, the wording specifies that you discard it rather than use it. We could also use the Fairy to heal to 30% instead of taking the big hit, if we wanted to. But we could still lose after that point, is the concern there. Ubla says, we found a glitch that lets us use it. Amazing. Amazing. Is it buffed by Magic Flower? Yes. Do we want this all-out attack? Probably. I'm going to go with probably. I was considering strongly between backflip and all-out attack there. We really need the damage as much as I'd like the draw. There's some draw. Or there's the second Infinite Blades. Am I going to pay 85 for another Infinite Blades? Probably not. Not when Bag of Preparation is here. Entropic Brew is also looking really good with Toy Ornithopter. Actually, this is kind of huge. Because not only is this 4 random potions, it's 25 hit points in 5 hit point increments with Toy Ornithopter. 5 when you use the potion, and then 5 more from each of the 4 resultant potions. That's assuming I lose the Fairy in a Bottle first, which is easy to set up against Slime Boss. We just talked about it. We can guaranteed lose the Fairy here. Unfortunately, we can't afford to remove alongside that, which is pretty sad. But it sets us up really nicely for Act 2, which I like. Let's try it. Also, now we can buy Outmaneuver with Ice Cream. So let's do that too. And I will upgrade Outmaneuver. Apparently. So we start with that for sure. We're going to try to lose Fairy in a Bottle. I think that's doable. Very doable. Yeah. Pretty bad split if we split here. So let's just go Terror, Outmaneuver, play the Shiv, and end our turn. Slime Crush. And die. This is a good turn to split. You really don't want to let Slime Boss add 5 more slimes. Let's just gamble here. Okay. Bit iffy. If we need to, we can drink the Entropic Brew. Doesn't look like we need to. Half health for them is 22. Get the one that makes us frail first. Both go for 18, but we have 19 health, so this is okay. Theoretically. And there's actually 0 slimes in the deck now. Neat. Yeah, let's just let this happen. If we need to drink the potion, we'll drink it. But currently, I don't feel like we do. Starting to feel like we might need to. Math says we don't. No longer weakened. So it would have been a really good time to draw a Dagger Spray. Now it looks like we need to drink the potion. we have not managed to kill. 4 draw dagger spray. Alright, what do you got? Attack potions, probably our easiest solve here. We have what? 12 block? Essence of Steel would also do it. I guess I'd rather use the Essence of Steel. Keep the Poison Pot, Attack Pot, and Speed Pot. Actually, no, Speed Potion's probably the best one here. Speed Potion can be hard to use. Maybe not for this deck. Alright, Essence of Steel it is. Good work. Bested Slime Boss, and we have most of our potion resource preserved. We're offered Phantasmal Killer, Storm of Steel, and Tools of the Trade. All 3 rares that we have not mastered. Tools feels particularly useful for cycling through to the important stuff. Phantasmal Killer's a bit iffy. We don't quite have enough attack density to make it consistently useful, unless we get a Runic Pyramid. Kylios, thanks for the Tier 1 subscription in 5 months of support. Heck yeah. Yeah, the Ornithopter is ultimately the whole reason we bought that Entropic Brew at the store. Take a Tools here. Also another card with an energy upgrade. And we're offered Snecko Eye, Coffee Dripper, Calling Bell. Coffee Dripper seems pretty good. We have both Meal Ticket and Toy Ornithopter for healing. So the odds we need to rest are pretty low. Snecko Eye for more card draw could be good, but we have a few zero-cost cards already. I really don't like it that much. Let's take the extra energy and look to add card draw to this deck. Acrobatics, more backflips, you name it. How do we feel? Late elites are better than early elites. These 2 elites look pretty good. Which means this shop looks good. Yes, I like this path. Up the left here. Broadly speaking. Rather than trying to fight either of these elites, which I really don't like. We'd have to go up this side, take on just 1 elite that way, if we skip one of these. But these are an easy 2 elites, so 2 relics for sure. Definitely. Would I take bites again in this situation? With the aforementioned means of healing, I don't think so. I would not tolerate a max health reduction when we already have ways to sustain ourselves. I say nay. Bit of a weird fight here with Terror not doing anything. Not much point in having it. Might prefer the immediate card draw, though. This is almost certainly a fight that's going to require a potion out of us. I think the speed potion on the 11x2 turn, probably. Definitely need to play Dagger Spray every time we draw it. Quite frankly, though, we don't have any real damage in this deck. We have a 12 damage attack and a 10 damage attack, but otherwise we cannot do damage quickly at all. It's not good. At least we get tools down turn 1. I'll take it. Can't play both All Out Attack and Survivor. So let's lose the All Out Attack. Next turn's going to be pretty bad. We're going to be Frail. We draw pretty much nothing of merit at all. And Trouble visits us. Let's see. How much damage do we actually have? 22. 32. So we're a full 30 damage short. Which means not even Finisher would let us kill here. The Speed Potion doesn't do much for us either, as we didn't draw any blocks. Bummer. There's a couple attacks that draw things. Quick Slash and Dagger Throw do. But there's nothing in the attack potion that can do enough damage to actually kill this thing. So I don't know why I would use it. Let's go in Lockneff. What a name, what a player. No, I think we just tank all this damage and then heal it back slowly. Yeah, Melter, if only. Definitely suffering a bit from a lack of relics that actually do anything numerically in the combats to help us out here. This bit looks a bit better. Still not even quite a kill here. It'll get 15 more block for next turn. So next turn I could use the Speed Potion. Oof. I was hoping it'd be take a bunch of damage or use a potion, not both. We got, what, 22 in hand? So it'd be 8 short. There's a very vague chance we get a kill. Let's see what we can do here. So I have 20 health next turn. It's possible to draw into a kill, but very unlikely. Well, actually, we have Infinite Blades? Sure. Let's see what happens. Did not get the kill. So, we use either the Speed Potion or the Attack Potion. And I'm saying Speed Potion. Very well. These will block what? 10 goes to 8? No, 10 goes to 7. 7 each. So I'll take 1 if I don't discard a strike. Yeah, 7. Bummer. There's all the damage cards. Hello. Where were you last draw? Alright, we're through what is a relatively nightmarish fight. When it comes for ways to improve your damage with a silent deck like this, Flechette's actually pretty spicy, dealing damage based on the number of skills in our hand. As we add more card draw, that's going to get even better. So yes, actually. I will take that. How much damage do we have in this hand? This will be 12 before or after vulnerable. This is 18. So that's 30. Alright, that means we can kill the front one. We cannot kill the back one. Usually I like to kill the back one here. We have 48 damage, accounting for the strikes. Normally I like to target the back one, but in this case where the 5 hit point difference is actually mattering a lot, I'd say it's far more important to target the one I can kill versus the one I can't. We'll deal with the consequences later, dang it. Just Gamba looking for outmaneuver here, or no, we need the powers in play. If we want any chance of killing this nerd before he runs away with our money, we need both of these powers in play. Actually rather happy he chose to attack us. Don't think we need outmaneuver. So we can easily block this nerd, and that means we have one more turn to do enough damage to kill him without losing our money. Looks like we would have got him either way, I think. Killing the back one is preferable because the back one does more damage on turn 3 of the combat if they choose to attack you. They're also harder to kill if they start blocking. Wow, that is a lucky card draw find. Alright, let's take events. The combats are horrifying. Events are also horrifying. This one's not too bad, I guess. Actually, the Golden Idol thing would be great, because we have the Golden Idol, so let's maybe find another way to heal. Oh dear. Well, this is not a fight that often donks you for a million on turn 1, but it sure does sometimes, and today is one of those days. Health getting real critical. Can't say that I love that part. I am going to bank 2 energy here. We've already done enough damage that the Mystic will heal next turn. Our priority is getting powers and stuff in play now. Also not getting donked for more is also a priority. Help! Alright, I see we're going to get bonked. I think that's the preferable choice. Better to play flechettes before backflip. Give him the draw pile. Defend, defend. Outmaneuver, infinite blades, all attack. Huzzah! Yeah, nothing there I want. So close! And yet so far. These won't do anything. Okay, no more terror. But we can dish out some pretty serious damage here. Omni, thank you so much for 22 months. Knew something was wrong. You weren't sub to me. Well, thanks for fixing that. How much damage do you have to do to guarantee a heal? On Ascension 20, you have to deal 21 damage. Not 20 exactly, but 21 or more to both of them, totaled. So you could do 11 to one and 10 to the other, or 20 to one and 1 to the other, but it has to be 21 or more combined damage to guarantee a heal on turn 2. Hey, leg sweep. There's a block card worth blocking with. Please. And as asked before, unfortunately, no, you do not get a heal when the fairy saves you with Toy Ornithopter, as you do not use the fairy bottle. It gets discarded, according to its own tooltip, when it is activated. A bit odd. Long line of hooded figures offer us a ritual dagger. We have exactly enough health to be able to take the dagger here. It's cute. That said, I think 50 gold going into a store is what I want here. We could afford a waffle at the shop, for example, if we had 50 more gold. But currently we're just shy of a relic. 173 is the higher end for a commoner shop relic. So that to me says take 50 gold. Does the fairy save you from dying in an event? Yes, as does the lizard tail. Does work in events. If you have 2 fairies at once, I think the one on the right gets used, but I'm not sure whether it's left to right or right to left. It would just be based on... They'll activate one at a time in order of potion slots. I think upgrading this Flechette's is priority. Normally I'd want to rest here, but we have a fairy in a bottle, so... Also, I'm not allowed to rest, because I have a coffee dripper. All good reasons not to rest. Let's upgrade Flechette's. Reflex. Very cheap reflex. So Enlightenment and Sneaky Strike, although I don't think those are quite it. Fire Potion looks good. Fire Potion looks very good. It's possible for a combination of things to happen to use 2 fairies in one action. Because it depends on what you mean by one action. During one enemy turn, certainly. At the same time? I don't think so. Although... maybe if there's a way to take damage twice from something happening, like attacking into a spiker while you have a pain in your hand. Maybe. Or yeah, multi-hit on a spiker, actually. Even better yet, a sword boomerang against a very spiky spiker would allow you to chunk through all of your fairies in quick succession. But you lose 1 fairy per hit. It's kind of cool. I'll buy a Reflex. Seems pretty good with tools of the trade, right? Fairy protect you from blasphemy. Yes, it will keep you alive. It will. Block Potion's also pretty tempting. I think Fire Potion's the better pick here. And let's take another event. Please be the thing. That's just a treasure chest. Not a tiny chest treasure chest. Our next question mark room will also be a treasure chest, so I guess the relics are happening. We get Bottled Lightning, meaning we can bottle any skill. Terror or Calculated Gamble both come to mind as really good things to bottle. If only we'd taken the Bag of Preparation, Bottled Gamble would be very, very good. I think we take the Bottled Gamble. And a kunai. I mean, sure. Makes our Infinite Blades actually kind of not terrible. Almost. So here's an example of a situation where bottling Calculated Gamble feels pretty good. Because this is pretty bad otherwise. I'm going to discard everything, including this one defend. Just gamble for something else, please. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Nay, a lot better. Just defend Survivor, or do we dare Acro here? Looks like we should Acro, because there's a Reflex in the draw pile, and it'll guaranteed brick if I don't. Cool. Flechette's does 39 damage, but I really need to Leg Sweep. Or 36 damage. My numbers were upside down. This turn's also not the greatest, but is acceptable. Might want to consider the Poison Potion here for damage, actually. Or 50% chance to find a new potion, so it's 5 health. Let's do that. I think I should have used that earlier in this fight. Still pretty happy with the choice now. It'll do most of the damage over the next 3 turns. We would like to play 3 attacks. Or kunai. Full block this turn. Wow. This deck can do some stuff. Dang. I like it. We do get a potion, a distilled chaos, and another backflip, or an outmaneuver, or a blade dance. Dang. Probably blade dance. Actually, we do need more damage, and with the kunai, this is also dexterity scaling, to the point where we could use it to beat champ. Feels important. Blade dance to scale. True. Could this deck take Envenom? Yes. Should this deck take Envenom? Actually, also yes. Yeah, this deck would like an Envenom. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty good. I am going to opt into the Elite Fight. I have no idea if that's correct. Don't really love my opening hand here. Might want to use the Distilled Chaos right now. There's 2 unplayable cards, which is a bit iffy. But I'll do it. What do you got? Oh, those are good. Yes, backflip, thank you. Good. So I think I'm going to go outmaneuver gamble, outmaneuver Infinite Blades gamble. I'm not going to play Blade Dance. Just outmaneuver gamble. Yeah. So we can go acrobatics. Oh, what? Oh, man. That's not it. Well, Flechette still does, like, a ton. So we're still playing it. And I think we want to play Survivor rather than Tools, but not 100% on that. Definitely can see how we want to upgrade the Tools of the trade already. This turn's a bit iffy. Nope, life's good. Sorry, Flechettes, not this time. There we go. And once we play the outmaneuver the first time, we'll always have the energy to play it the second time. That's good stuff. This is not good stuff. But what can you do? I didn't play the powers the first time, so it's going to be a hand where we draw them. Take 8 more, and then that looks pretty good. Still weak next turn. Ideally, we're killing 2 turns from now, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually happening. Full block and then kunai, because this discards at random. Might have to use the fire potion here. But then again, we might not. Also, we might be able to block. Let's keep the blocks. Since I drew neutralize, we're already mostly there. Easy. Flechette's does 45 damage. And we get an Ancient Tea set, which is absolutely massive for any deck with Ice Cream. After visiting a rest site, we have 2 additional energy on turn 1 of the next fight. That's our next Elite fight and the Champ fight. We just get 2 bonus energy for. Second Blade Dance is here, or Prepared. think Kunai says, take the second blade dance. That should be all the blade dances we need. We don't need more than 2. Question is, can we survive this fight? Worrisome. Very worrisome. Is an elite easier than an advanced hallway fight now? Well, this elite is probably going to be easier than this advanced hallway fight. That I can say with some confidence. I am currently concerned for our fairy in a bottle. Do I get 1 dex and then draw? Having dex seems really important here. Actually, we should do it here. Draw now. Oh god. Well, rip fairy in a bottle. Actually, I guess I'll just become vulnerable now. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, just all in. Hit me. What a brick. Glad we had that fairy. Damn. What a brutal way for that to go. This can't be our draw next turn either. Bummer. Yeah, we should do it this way. Another point of dexterity here. Okay. So we don't take this, for example. We might want to consider Cloak and Dagger or maybe Reflex number 2. I'm down for Reflex number 2. But we really got to upgrade that Tools of Trade. Immediately. Actually, not sure that's true with the Ancient Tea set for these 2 fights. I still say immediately. Gremlin Leader. Okay. Definitely a good use for the Fire Potion here, turn 1. Nuke one of these gremlins, who are otherwise going to make a problem for us. Certainly don't mind. Neutralize, strike. Calc Gamble would draw. I guess we really want to neutralize the Gremlin Leader, huh? Calculator Gamble will draw 4. Now, let's just do it this way. Actually, no, it draws 5. And we immediately get Leg Sweep. So all is well. Everything is good. And nothing is bad. Perfect. Let's do it this way. I hit leader here? Now we're not quite ready to DPS down the leader. Let's do it this way. Kill this one. Gamble. Works for me. I guess we can set up Happy Flower for Champ a little bit here. This probably won't matter much, but I don't have any reason not to do this. And a Lantern for even more energy on turn 1. Normally this would be overkill. We get 4 additional energy on turn 1. But Ice Cream says, hey, that's exactly what you want. Also, Alchemize with Toy Ornithopter Potion Belt, please. makes me want to consider upgrading our card draw even more. Just all the additional energy we got. Let's do it. It's like a better version of Bandage Up. It also gives us a potion. Pretty good potion, too. I like it. Do we feel like we need a power potion for Champ? No, because we can use the Kunai to outscale Champ with these blade dances. We can take our sweet time in this fight. Get him all out attack. The power. Oh, shoot. I wanted these cards. Oh well, we got a few health to spare. I don't see any reason to use our potions needlessly here. We can keep these for Act 3. I think they'll be pretty useful there. Alright, now it's kunai time. Call that a weapon? Yes, a kunai is a weapon. Champ. Sure is a lot of block. That I can do. Once again, all-out attack proves its reliability, because I can just play every other card in the hand. That's kind of cool. I like it. Except we don't seem to be doing very much damage here. I guess it really doesn't matter. Because I have 11 dexterity. And a lot of banked energy. Is the half health threshold. If possible, we'd like to line up the execute with the debuffs wearing off, which is currently not now. Let's wait a minute here. Okay, going for strength buff. A reasonable choice, champ. Applying vulnerable again. Can't say I love this. Can do pretty good flechettes damage, if nothing else, though. If I bring champ below half health on this turn, we'll be both vulnerable and frail for the execute turn. We could use the flex potion right now. That would absolutely slap pretty hard, although I think it'll be better next turn when we're not weak. I think I'm just going to wait a moment. this is Heavy Slash. Okay, now we go. Now, when we bring Champ below half health, he'll switch to buffing his strength next turn, and then when the execute occurs, all of our debuffs will be gone. Essentially found the gap in Champ's debuff rotation here. We're going to exploit it mercilessly now. Still not the turn I want to use the Flex Potion on. No longer even sure we need to use the Flex Potion. Let's just go wild here. I have 21 energy, by the way. So this would be the turn to use the Flex Potion, I think, if we feel like we need it. Let's see what we're drawing. Yeah, that's a pretty good Flex Potion turn. Let's just do that. Champ is never guaranteed to buff, unfortunately, Bath Tube. We got lucky with his random pattern. But there's never a forced strength buff from Champ other than the one when he goes below half health. Yeah, that was a pretty good Flex Potion. I don't necessarily think we needed it, but it made that fight much simpler. Nightmare. Actually, we haven't mastered Tools of the Trade, and this is definitely a deck that would actually like to be able to discard 2 cards at the beginning of the turn. As much as that Nightmare is very good with Alchemize, because we can duplicate Alchemize to make more potions to get more healing. It's very strong. Without Retain, though, it's a little difficult to actually line up. 2 Tools of the Trade I really like. And part of our challenge here, the Mastery Challenge, in order to clear the not mastered tag from a card, we must win a run with 2 or more of that card. So 2 tools is what we need. It'll be a tutorial for getting this run going. Oh man, and Sacred Bark is here. But so is Pandora's Box and Wristblade. Dang. So on one hand, double effectiveness potions. This is not twice as much healing from the Ornithopter, but it is good. It means we'll get 2 cards from these card potions, each. Pandora's Box. Transform all of our strikes into defense. I'd rate that pretty low at the moment. Our defense are quite good with the dexterity gain of the kunai. Or Wristblade. All 0-cost attacks deal 4 more damage. That improves the base damage of Shivs from 4 to 8, which is very substantial and going to be very helpful in getting us to be relevant in the fights that deal damage quickly of Act 3 here. But I think double strength potions are also going to be incredible. I'll take the bark. Our unmastered relics marked in game. Yes, they'll have a red outline on them so that we can see them. Okay, we already have our green key. 3 elites maximum this act. Merchants are placed a little weirdly. How many upgrades do I feel like I need? Quite a few. Reflex is good, Tools is good, Alchemize is good, the Blade Dance upgrades are good. Lots of good upgrades, which makes me think we should maybe look at shops for Apotheosis or something. This path looks reasonable. No Mind Bloom if we do that. We're actually only getting 1 event and it's guaranteed to be a treasure chest. Which is not bad. You get a lot of card rewards, which are quite nice. How does Bark work with a fairy in a bottle? You'll get twice as much health when it happens. Neat. Let's go. Outmaneuver, defend, draw 1. Stinky Exploder. Pretty decent use case for an attack potion. Health is a precious resource. Yeah. You have Alchemize, right? So I'm not actually going to play both of these. Got it. Smoke Bomb. Not what I was looking for, but okay. Skewers here with the ice cream that can slap pretty dang hard. Does need an upgrade though. Or Piercing Whale can reduce strength of enemies for 1 turn. That's also pretty broadly useful. Time Eater would be pretty nice to solve with the ice crate with the skewer. The lack of an upgrade really makes me not want it, though. I'm gonna hope that we can find something else. I'll take the Piercing Whale. Gary Spaceman, thanks for the 200 bits. Oh my, we've got a Dolly's Mirror here. Dolly's Mirror allows me to duplicate any card in this deck. Could have had Nightmare Alchemize, just saying, Twitch chat. Is it time to mirror Survivor? It could be. That's actually not a bad choice. I think Flechettes is also a pretty good consideration here. I think Art of War is also pretty good here. That's another option, is that we don't even bother with the duplicate and we could do some other stuff. But yes, Survivor is good, broadly speaking. This would be a great run to get double Survivor on. Anything else that we're really trying to master? Just the Tools of the Trade. Sure. Let's do it, Twitch chat. I like this suggestion. Also, a second Acrobatics Plus is also, like, a kind of a huge deal. Actually, well... No, I gotta master Survivor somehow. Okay, let's try it. Give me a relic. Gremlin Horn. I'm definitely gonna take that. Very good for getting through Reptomancer. The challenge has been accepted. Part of the art of the Mastery Challenge. I've got to take card picks or decisions that are non-optimal in order to get everything that we need to master. Maybe we even lose this run because of that choice, and that's okay. That's the whole point. We would take a second Infinite Blades for the same reason. The point is to lose. The point is not to take a third Blade Dance. Uh-oh. Writhing Mass, hello. You're a bit of a tricky foe. So you have attacks that do a lot of damage, and you have attacks that curse, and both of them are problematic in their own right. I'm okay with this. Could also just have smoke bombed out of this fight, but I really do want a card rewards, so won't be doing that either. Okay, that's a good intent for you. I like when you do that one. That one makes me think happy thoughts. This one fills me with anger and sadness. Good. Okay, hopefully we can actually start dexterity scaling now. The additional block per hit we make is definitely a bit of a challenge factor here. We are undeterred. Should probably use one more potion this fight, huh? Easy. The Writhing Mass does not scale, which means taking your time in this fight can often be the correct choice. That's really the thing to take advantage of, is that the Writhing Mass does not scale. Lots of good abuse for that. Okay, we've lucked out enough. So am I using a potion here? I'd rather just guarantee to have 4 potions for the elite fight, even if I'm losing 5 health over it. Still fine with that. Caw. Guess we're blocking this turn? Looks like it. Next turn. Root Juice. Gain 10 max HP. Don't mind if I do. How about a 3rd reflex? Yes. I'm gonna go with yes. Alright, lose that colorless potion. Giant Head is not Reptomancer, also thankfully. Seems like a fight that shouldn't be too hard. Nice double reflex draw. Draw 10. Easy. He's a person. Silver, Alchemize, Tools, Blades. Bit of bop. Okay. You're not even done your countdown, you say. How convenient. I'll just keep drawing cards then. The redexterity here. This might be a turn where I may need to consider the energy potion. Or an attack potion or something. Something to help the current situation. I'm gonna play 3 shivs, then backflip. With the bonus dexterity. Okay. Leg sweep looks good. Probably want to play outmaneuver. Definitely energy potion looks good here. Okay, I'll use the energy potion. I'm cool with that. Now we have tons of excess energy. And lots of card draw. Although not this turn, huh? Well, double kunai. Still full blocks, at least. I'll take it. Still a full block. Actually, we're gaining dexterity faster than the giant head is gaining damage. So it seems to me like we're winning this scaling war. Smells like victory. Good. Frozen Egg will upgrade any powers that we find. Like second infinite blades, which really just seems meant to be. We need it for the Mastery Challenge, and it powers the kunai. I think the Cloak and Dagger Plus is also very good. But only one of these cards counts for the challenge, and it's this one. Let's do it. It's also not, yes, not that bad with the bottled calculated gamble, because we can discard it if we need immediate stuff. The Double Infinite. To infinity and beyond. Twitch chat. So many good upgrades still. I'm going to continue to get energy upgrades. Just to help us get started faster in most fights. Let's gamble, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Only sort of kind of regret that. Not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, not too bad. Nothing we can't heal. Let's acro before playing. More skills. Flechettes hits like a truck. Use this now. Flying knee sounds good. Alright, nice gentle nemesis fight. Good enough. Get an ink bottle. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw 1. That is a lot of card draw. That is a lot of card draw. And there's another upgraded Cloak and Dagger for us. Yes. Would Skewer be meaningful here? Skewer would mostly be meaningful for dealing with Time Eater. Currently, the deck struggles to actually kill Time Eater without giving Time Eater an enormous amount of strength. But Skewer would fix that and let us just skip phase 2 of that fight. Otherwise, no, I don't think we need it much. And since there's only a 50% chance we fight Time Eater in the first place, I'm not that motivated. There's other ways we can get that done. This fight's a bit awkward, but we're fine. Alright, we'll use the attack potion for kunai value. Double quick slash. $54 damage. Flechettes. I feel like we need a second outmaneuver or something. We're actually kind of consistently running out of our energy, so we would still appreciate being able to generate more. More. I demand more. Prepared helps by just drawing and discarding through the deck to get us back to the one-out maneuver that we have. Choke is also actually pretty good at dealing a lot of damage here. Could be a way to help beat Time Eater. We've got 3 more card rewards and potion generation. Honestly, even just a strength potion beats Time Eater. I am not afeared of Tim. This'll go Blades, Cloak, and Dagger. Transient's a bit of a weird fight. Need to have consistent output. Block, damage, something. To be able to deal with this foe. Potion could help a fair bit. I don't think we need one, though. Next turn looks bad. Alright, use this then. Probably Fire Potion here. Yeah. Alright, now we should be set up enough that we don't need help. Let's see, though. Oh yeah, good enough. No longer need outmaneuver. Nine times 9. The rare and incredible 9-hit Flechettes. That's the maximum possible. As you have to have Flechettes and 9 other skills. Amazing. The perfect card. Alright, well, give me some dexterity, I guess. I don't actually know if I've ever done that before, by the way. I've played a lot of this game. I don't know if I've done that before. Seems like a good enough hand. Yeah. 10 hits if you Distilled Chaos it. You're right. Yes, if you play a Distilled Chaos that's not in your hand, you can make it 10x. I hadn't thought about that. Very clever. Yeah, currently the current broadcast is unavailable on the VODs channel until I publish it after the show. I do not know how to solve this at the moment. I'm currently waiting on a reply from partner help, but not 100% sure what is going on. So, try to master Flechettes or take Accuracy Plus and beat Time Eater. Although Flechettes could actually maybe also beat Time Eater, quite frankly. But I think we should take Accuracy here. And get some upgrading to do. And by upgrading, I mean recalling. Writhing Mass, we meet again. Can't say I'm happy about it. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Here, do something else. Perfect. Sorry, this is a run where we're potentially going to master our Survivor card. Really prefer to make that the absolute top priority here. Let's throw this out. Ooh, this could also be Time Eater. That's interesting. Good. Not gonna play any attacks on that one. That turn. But now it is time. $49 block. Alright, well, I guess I'll stop there then, if you don't mind. Yeah, discard this. Keep all the rest. I regret my choice immediately. Good talk. Alright, that's a good intent. Once the Writhing Mass is doing something that you can block fully, or otherwise negate, it's time to stop attacking them. Or else you shall suffer unnecessary curses for your hubris. Once you see the kill, go for it. Just take it. There's Skewer Plus. How about Eviscerate Plus, though? Cost less for each card discarded during our turn. Slaps pretty dang hard. Yes. I'll take it, Eviscerate. And I'm very happy to be fighting Reptomancer as the final elite here. Definitely less afraid of Time Eater now. Let's just use one of these poison potions. Actually, heck it. Use them both. I got stuff to do. Excellent. This first. Defend, defend, defend. Auto attack. Block some more. Great turn. Absolutely excellent turn. Just like this one. Easy. Pocket Watch. If we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, we'll draw 3 additional cards at the start of the next turn. That's also going to help us against Time Eater, should we run into them. I think another Prepared looks really nice. 2 more draw, 2 more discard. And we are going to upgrade either Alchemize or Reflex. I think we want more energy still. Hard to come by. Lots of energy, you know? Awakened one should be a pretty easy boss overall. Is this where I distilled Chaos? I want to cycle any potion. That's the best one to use right now. Okay, I'll do it. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm going to do it. Guess I should maybe make some room in hand first. We're going to definitely play this. And this. Go! Hey, only one unplayable card. I'll take that, actually. That's pretty good. Regen Potion. Very good with double effect. I actually do want to play the Infinite Blades, even though it gives the boss strength, because it's also going to give us Kunai. Let's do that. 10x4 on turn 2. Well, guess what? I have a Piercing Wail. And you can't stop me. Caw. Need some actual block at some point here. Trouble. That's not enough. Dang. Can't even play the outmaneuver, which is a little spooky here. Prefer not to lose any more health, but we'll see what we can do. Actually don't want to play this right now. My main objective is to scale my dexterity stats. And to not get hit for way too much. It's also my main goal. Here we go. Play the outmaneuver. Now is a good time to play the second Tools of the Trade as well. Now we have energy, we have card draw. Sure, it's 13x4, but can that really stop me? The answer is no. No, it can't. Especially not if I choose to kill the bird this turn. It's even better. I like the draw pile as it is. Perfect. Now our blocks are so blocky that we're unstoppable. It's too much block, they'll say. And they'll be right. It is. It is, and it should be outlawed. Secretly upgraded Blade Dance. Easy. Drawn anything yet? No? Maybe someday. Pocket watch, maybe someday. $20. And it is Time Eater. All right. Gotta put our money where our block is. And use the accuracy to win. Let's see here. Good start. Definitely play this. Definitely play this. Definitely play this. This and this. 4 more cards, huh? Blades, gamble? Probably not, huh? Let's just gamble then. Forget the infinite blades for now. Terror, leg sweep, neutralize. Looks good. It's a good start. Do I power potion here? I think that I should. It seems like a reasonable choice. Double footwork looks very helpful here. Get us a head start on dexterity. Ghost in a jar. 2 intangible. Okay. We're starting to form an idea of how we might win this run. And it looks pretty good. Trust the blade dances yet? Not yet. Still do this though. The infinite blades in play. Block. Pretty good flechette's damage. Not quite below half yet, though. That's not quite what I had in mind, but we've got ways to be creative here. Draw me some more cards. That's more like it. Alright, Twitch chat, it's finally time. Pocket watch. Go. Ugh. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do it this way. Puts me in a bit of an awkward spot for this turn, but not too awkward. Especially not with Piercing Whale. Easy peasy. Do take a bit of a hit here. My deck is filling with shivs. It's kind of spooky, actually. The goal is to play 12 cards when I can. Especially if I can gain dexterity while so doing. Oh boy, that is kind of spooky. Look, draw. Yikes. Although we can do the all-out attack thing. Even better. Oh wait, shoot. Well, that was a mistake. That to myself. Ow. Hey, the pocket watch gets to do stuff. Oh, it's okay. We have the regen potion. I'm not worried here. But yeah, that was a big bad. That was been live for 6+ hours now, and we're not playing perfect anymore. Good news is, we're not going to die or anything. I'm not even going to have to use a potion. In fact, because we have the meal ticket, I'm pretty sure this is completely irrelevant to us. Should we full block that? Easy peasy. Never had a problem at all. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread to be felt out the room is this. The heart of the spire, the source of these misplays. Have I been here before? But yeah, we're going back to full health, so it's like it never happened at all. Let's upgrade our... Actually, we should upgrade our weakness. Let's upgrade the leg sweep. Mastered this run. Survivor, Infinite Blades, and Tools of the Trade are what stand to be mastered here. Ancient Potion. Ancient Potion wins it, I'm pretty sure. It's just a question of Thorn's Pot or Regen Potion. Could also buy Concentrate. Move auto attack? Yes. Well, no, I'm going to remove a strike still. Definitely do want to remove a card. And yeah, we want to buy this potion because it goes with the speed potion. 6 thorns, 10 regen. How's our damage to hearts? Not that good. Really not that good. Okay, lose the regen potion. Deal. I'm actually willing to use the Ghost and Jar here if I feel like I need to. Certainly that's questionable. I'm gonna die first, I think. So yeah, Ghost in a Jar next turn. That seems fine. Seems fine to me. So yeah, we do want to remove Artifact from you for sure. Probably just want a Piercing Wail. Although I think I need the block. Struggling to figure out who to do damage to here. It's certainly possible that next turn is just simply not bad enough to even force the... I guess let's do damage to Spear first. Take a little bit here, but as soon as we use a potion, we'll get that health back. No, that's definitely a ghost turn. And we'll get immunity next turn as well, which is just fine by me. Let's just play 3 cards. 1, 2... 3? Eviscerate's also a pretty good 3rd card. But no, we're going to want more energy here. Seems fine. It's 2 artifact, always the case for these enemies. On Ascension... I think it happens on Ascension 18. Below Ascension 18, they only have 1 artifact each. Target Spear first here. Weaken Spear, as we're going to be attacked by Spear for a lot next turn. Let's get all of this in play now. Good. Get him, Flechettes. The power. We're not going to break through that shield, so not much point. Let's just look for artifact removal and Mordex. Both of those seem pretty good. If it weren't for accuracy, we'd be really struggling to do damage here. go. Dirty, huh? Oh, no, you don't. Seven skills. Pen Nib. Our 10th attack is doubled in damage. We're offered 3 unupgraded common cards, like it's Act 1, right before we fight the heart. Tidio Quack, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Do I feel like the deck is lacking in any aspect? I would say, for the heart, this deck doesn't have quite enough damage, and not quite enough upfront block either. However, our potions are going to make up the shortcomings that the deck has. Very significantly. We have 6 thorns off this Thorns potion to help out with the damage very substantially. We have an Ancient Potion to block vulnerable from hearts. We have a Speed Potion to get 10 dexterity along with the Ancient Potion as well. And we can apply 12 poison, which will do about 100 damage over the course of the fight as well. These are all really good things for us to have. We're okay taking Beat of Death here. We're going to drink several of these potions turn 1, so just hit me. Hearts. It's pretty good damage, too. Play the outmaneuver. Ancient Potion. Speed Potion. Only takes 1 of the 2 artifact the potion gives, so we also block vulnerable. And I guess we want poison sooner rather than later. Sure. Use that too. Alright, a good turn 1. Okay. Probably want to play all the shivs this turn, which means we're going to take a bit of a beating. Oh, but a weak potion. What perfect timing. 6 turns of weakness. Eat it, heart. Oh, perfect. We're slimed. Play tools the trade. One more Blade Dance. Honestly, I think I need the health here. And the 1 energy. Let's just stop there. So know that each multi-attack, the heart takes 90 damage in return. 90 damage from the Thorns Potion. Pretty absurd. This is not the hand we wanted, but even if we completely break the draw, we're okay, thanks to the defensive investments we've made so far. Piercing Whale, you're late. Oops, that wasn't quite correct. I was definitely meant to pen nib the Eviscerate. Definitely meant to pen nib the Eviscerate. Don't think it's going to make any difference, though. This fight is looking pretty dang over. I do say so myself. Pen nib on 9. Let's try actually doing this correctly this time. Means just calculated gambling here. That feels right. Penmanship after all. It's fine. Play the outmaneuver, and I think just keep Ink Bottle for next turn. Seems good to me. Yeah, Sacred Bark really carrying this hard fight. Very much so. GG, Mr. Hart. You are very dead. GG. GG. Wow. This fight definitely had some, this run, excuse me, definitely had some tough moments. But the potions powered through in the end to get us there. GG. GG, everybody. Not too bad. Someone in chat at one point said, I can't see this run is winnable. Well, I hope they can now. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely had to make use of all of our healing sources here. Meal Ticket, Toy Ornithopter. Setting up our Happy Flower during some of the fights of this run. It took a lot to come together to make it work, but work it did. Able to be really energy efficient with this run, thanks to a myriad of Energy Plus relics and, of course, the Ice Cream, letting us even out the turns. Any turn where we had extra energy turned into a future turn where we got to play more cards. Juna, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. And Matchhead, the mod does indeed tell me how much we kunai'd. According to the kunai, we kunai'd 143 times during that run. An average of 8 times per fight, 8 dexterity per fight. And now we've mastered Tools of the Trade, Infinite Blades, and even the Elusive Survivor. Getting that starter card on Silent Duplicated. One less duplication we have to do. That's a lot of kunaiing. Not too bad. The nimblest of ladies. Can't deny the kunai. Are we on 5-0 now? 4-5. Yeah, 5-0. That's pretty cool. 5-0 while doing silly runs, no less. That's pretty hype. It's a rotating streak number where I'd stop going for masteries. Ooh. If we get past a dozen, I think I'd start taking it really seriously. Be nice to improve on my PB. Yeah, the Survivor was even a good block card because we had 3 reflexes, so it was a consistent discarder. It's good stuff. Well, Twitch chat, unfortunately I don't have enough time for another run, so that is where our stream today will come to a conclusion. We'll be back in the Spire tomorrow with a few more runs, as well as, I'm thinking some more Monster Train tomorrow. And then we'll be off the rest of the week. No streams Thursday through Saturday this week, I'm afraid. So we're here live tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, the next stream will be on March the 4th. Or, sorry, April the 4th. 4th? Hold on, let me double check that. Yes, the 4th. April 4th, Tuesday. How many wins to pause the Mastery Challenge? I'd say approximately 12. A dozen. Death draw. That's where I'd start considering differently. But my true decisions are something I could only know the day of. See you later, Drac49, Conatic, Owl Milk, Gary Spaceman, Zyothin, Darluck, Miriusin, French Fry Apocalypse, and everybody else. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Till next time, stay cozy, my friends. Have a good one. Cincel Jax, thanks for 17 months. See you later, Figgle Wangle. DJ Banor, Charlotte Queen of Kibbles, Blazing Orange Cat, Arcane Order, and my lovely lurker crew. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, folks. Toodaloo.